Hey guys, it's Josh here and welcome back to another build video. Today, I'm doing another modern house. Yes, I know I always do modern houses, but this time when I started this build, I thought I want to try something really different and build a modern house that's basically nothing like any of the modern houses I've built recently, I guess. I don't think I've ever built a modern house like this before either way, so I think this was so much fun to do and it's very different from everything all the other modern houses I do. So even if you've seen my other modern houses before, this will be very different because one thing I made sure to do is to use different kinds of objects and a different color scheme as well, because usually if you've seen my other videos, you would know that most of the time my modern houses have lots of like wooden brown neutral tones in them. But this time I tried to use just black and white. Obviously, one room or two rooms ended up having some wooden items in there, but other than that, it turned out very like sleek and very black and white colored, I guess. And I did so in a way that makes it look really cool. And I did take inspiration from one picture that I saw. Basically, like the back of the house was inspired by that, but everything else is basically my interpretation once again. But yeah, I think this turned out really cool in the end. And I was able to use some design techniques, I guess, that I've never used before, such as like you can see that there's like this second floor area that actually isn't just the second floor, that's just a extended ceiling, I guess, and the two rooms that go in there have like double ceilings, and I get to put a huge chandelier in one of them, which was so much fun because I literally never have used that chandelier before from Dine Out, so it was really cool to be able to use that for once. And as you can see, the house is pretty like square, but there's a corridor. So basically the front of the house is like the bedrooms and study area, and then the back of the house is just like this huge living, dining, kitchen area. And this house does have two dining rooms. There is a casual everyday dining room, which would just, well, dining area rather, which you just have breakfast at or something. And then there's a formal dining area, or yeah, formal dining room, which is the double ceiling roof. Well, the room with the double ceiling, and there's a chandelier, which looks really cool. And if you were following me on Twitter, you probably would have seen the screenshot I posted of said formal dining room. So you'll basically know what it will look like in the end. Anyway, we spend time on the outside first. It does take me a while to figure out how to like let light in, because the double ceiling rooms, you'd obviously put windows on it just to let a bit of light in, because it would be fairly dark if you ask me, because there's only windows on the front and back of the rooms, I guess. So if I put windows on the side, that would help and add a bit more light to the room. It does go through a bit of phases though, but I think I just talked over that, so we're basically done setting out the two rooms. Because I was going to put like a bathroom in the middle, and that would be a bit weird, because why would you waste such a unique room to put a bathroom in it? Because you'd have a double ceiling bathroom, and that's like, well, double height ceiling, or what would I call it, like a double height room, and just have a bathroom in it. That's kind of a waste, and it's like kind of a bit too much, even if it is a fancy house. Like this does have two bedrooms. That's probably suited for like a single person that has a guest bedroom as well, or has visitors or something. But I guess if you wanted to, it is a fairly small room, so you could make it into like a kid's bedroom if you wanted to, probably. But I think I actually make the room a bit bigger, because if you look at it now, it is a bit small, isn't it? I actually forgot, but I know that I know that the house has two double beds. That's all I remember. Anyway, we are spending some more time on like the orientation of the rooms, because it took me ages to figure out if I wanted to have two bathrooms or just one bathroom, and in the end I decided to just have one bathroom, and the main bedroom would just have no ensuite, because I thought that was a bit, like, it's not a huge house, so like I don't think it is a huge waste if there's, a huge not waste. Oh my goodness, I can't even talk today. I literally just woke up like 20 minutes ago. Anyway, we are once again painting the walls. As you can see, yeah, so actually I hadn't gone through all the phases yet. There is still a third room in the extended ceiling space, so that will be changed a bit later. Anyway, we're still just orientating the rooms. As you can see, I was going to try and put like two bathrooms into that tiny space. That was not going to work, so I took that away and made it into one. The access to the bathroom will be in the corridor area, so you'd have to walk through the kitchen into the corridor, and then the bathroom is all the way at the end of the corridor to the left. And this kitchen was actually so much fun to do. Like, I've never done a kitchen like this before, and it was actually so much fun to do because I was able to include a bar. I generally don't include bars in my kitchens, but I just tried something new and I did include one, and I think it turned out pretty cool. This house would be really good for entertainers, like people that like hosting parties and people that have lots of guests and family that come visit all the time. Like, this would be perfect because there's a lot of sitting spaces. So even if there's like too many people to fit on the formal dining table, there is literally another table outside in the main area, and then there's a bar and like a breakfast bar as well. So like to the left of the sink is like the casual breakfast bar kind of sitting area, and then the bar is just the bar space, I guess. And then there's even a huge dining table outside, so there's like so many people, so many seating spaces. And if you just saw, I did put like a custom content couch down temporarily. Don't worry, this house has zero custom content whatsoever, so if you don't have the custom content, don't worry about it because I don't use any. That was just an accident and I forgot to take it out of my game before building, but I was able to upload it without custom content, so that's all good. And for the TV area, I did put like a accent table up under the TV, and then also put like a ottoman under the accent table just to like decorate a little bit. Like, I don't think your Sims will be able to sit on it, but it just looks pretty cool. I'm actually surprised how cool it looked because it's like a little bookshelf ottoman from City Living, I believe. And it just looked really cool putting it underneath the accent table just to like store some stuff, because there's like very minimal clutter, so where would you store stuff? Like, it would be hard. I'm trying to make this house a little bit realistic, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. I just tried to make it a bit realistic by creating spaces where your Sims could potentially store items, because it'd be a bit unrealistic if there was no clutter and literally no like cupboards or bookshelves or storage spaces or anything. And that piano ends up going in the end. I put the piano in the study area. There's actually, this house has 2 study areas, so I think maybe the person living here would be some kind of businessman, because he has like a main study, but then there's also a secondary study area, which I guess which has like the skill building items and another computer. And I do put like a nice chandelier in both. Well, I'm not sure if the one in the study is a chandelier, but I do put like the tall lights in both rooms, which I think look really cool. And I literally never get to use them before because I never have ceilings this high in my houses. And here's the secondary study. I do put some seats, I put a mini bookshelf, I put a piano in there, and there's also a guitar in there as well. So like, if you want a Sim that's good at many things, I guess this house would be decent for them. And I don't put like a chess table or paint easel down, but I'm sure you'll find a space in the back area for that, because there is so much space in the backyard, it's not even funny. And I think this house would be really great on the island in Winterberg for some reason. Well, I think this house would be good on any island, or any world rather, maybe except Midnight Hollow. I don't think it would look good there, but in all the other worlds I think it'll look pretty decent, because it's quite a nice looking house, from the exterior at least. And we're moving on to the bathroom. It's very simple. This is the only bathroom in the house, so it does have all the necessities you need, like a bath, a shower, and lots of counter space. And here we go with the main bathroom. Main bedroom rather, and it's quite simple. It is a really big bedroom. Like, I'm actually shocked at how big I was able to make this bedroom, and I guess I don't make the other bedrooms bigger, so I'm not sure. I forgot how I fit in a double bed, but I did fit in a double bed, so you'll see that shortly. I think I just put it up against the wall on the left hand wall from the corridor. And I only put one bedside table in, so yeah, maybe this would actually make a better kids bedroom, and maybe like a very small family could live in this house. If I was a little kid, I'd actually be really happy to live in a house like this, because it is so stylish and modern. I love modern houses so much, if you couldn't tell. And I was going to put curtains, but I don't think I did in the end. Well, I think I used the My First Pet stuff in the end, because I just couldn't figure like... It looks a bit weird if I used those Seasons ones. So I used the My First Pet stuff ones. Oh no, I think I used those ones actually. Yeah. And yeah, we use, and once again, like this house is very white and black. Like it was a bit weird for me to do because I really wanted to use like the neutral timber tones, but I just ended up keeping up with the style I intended to keep and kept it black and white, which looked really good in the end. The only thing I was sad about is the doors. Like I really wish that these doors that I'm using had a white swatch. Like in my personal saves, I do have custom content which has the white doors that I want, but like honestly, if they're gonna make a modern looking door, they should add a white swatch, because white most of the time is really good in a modern house. So it would make sense for them to make a white swatch. Anyway, it doesn't matter because I think I made the brown doors work. Obviously it synergizes with those paintings I just used, so it isn't all bad. And yeah, I think once we place a few more of these paintings down, we're basically done in the bedroom. So we start by, actually, have I done yeah, I did do the secondary bedroom as well. So now we're just doing the main entrance area. There's a sitting space, and I do put a fish tank, I believe. I don't actually remember. I feel like I did put a fish tank in here, yeah. So I put a fish tank down. One thing I haven't done yet is put the clutter down, so I'll also have to do that very soon. And once we do that, we go outside, and I put like a lot of like decorations on the table outside, which looks really cool. I did just end up copying the table over from one of my room builds because it just took me way too long to do. So if I just copy it from my old room build, it would just make it so much quicker. And it was literally the exact same style that I wanted, so it was actually really convenient for me to do that as well, because it uses lots of items from by debug, and it just took me forever to scroll through and find everything, because I've only recently just discovered all the by debug stuff. Like until like recently, I've literally never even opened by debug before. So it's opened up another world to me, I guess. I don't know how else to explain it. Like there's just so much stuff that I could put down that I didn't even know I could. Like if I wanted to, I could put a pond down. But that's how crazy it is, and I literally cannot talk right now. Anyway, we're almost done inside. I have to decorate the dining area a bit more. Like I put this huge minimalist painting down because I really think it fit the room, and I also put more of the same minimalist paintings down in the living space and the kitchen, except I just used the black and white ones for that. But the formal dining area has the really like bright green one, which I thought looked really cool. And also the wall in both of the areas, both of the double ceiling areas, I end up using the other Fitness Day stuff packs wallpapers, the ones with like the waves. Like honestly, I think I've said this every time I've talked about it, but I recently discovered that wallpaper from fitness stuff, and it just looks so good. Like I don't know why I've never used it before until a few weeks ago. Like it's so good. It looks really cool. Anyway, we're almost done in this area, so I think after that I place the table down and I put all the by debug clutter on it. I just make it look like it's not set up for anything, but it's just there's some stuff sitting there in preparation. So I put like a few nectar glasses and nectar bottles, and I also put some juices and cups down as well. So that's pretty good. I was gonna put plates down, but that's just a bit weird. I guess I could have put, oh no, I do put placemats, so there is a plate on the placemat. I was gonna say that I probably should have put plates on the dining table, but I did in the form of placemats. Yeah, here's the 2 nectar bottles. I think it's like the energy juice instead, but I'm just gonna pretend they're nectar bottles. But I do put like an actual nectar bottle behind it, because I was trying to look for it at the start, but I couldn't find it for some reason, but I did find one in the end. I think it's actually the ones the bartender uses. Like by debug has some weird stuff. So if your sim can hold it, then it would be in by debug. So like some stuff that aren't in buy mode that your sim holds every now and then, like a spatula from when you're cooking or something, that would be in by debug. That's how weird by debug is. It has all the stuff that like it gets used randomly, like utensils and tools. It's so cool. Anyway, I think we're essentially done inside, so we'll be moving outside very shortly. And I'm actually really happy with how the outdoor area turned out. Like, there's a sitting area, there's a dining area, there's a barbecue area, there's also like a meditation area. And a huge like double length ottoman against the window. And then once we do that, there'll be terrain paints, but I think I'll just skip over the terrain paints because it's literally the same. Like, you'll see me paint around the foundations, you'll see me place plants. Like, there's really actually nothing, yeah, there's literally nothing special about it, so I will skip over that once we get there, but I'll show you guys the exterior decoration because that's quite interesting, I think, to me at least. I'm not sure. And once I finish this voiceover, I might actually do a few renders because they're so much fun to do. If you haven't seen my renders, you should probably go check them out on my Tumblr or Twitter. I do post some of them on Tumblr, but not all of them. But I post all of them on Twitter, and I really like how they turned out. I recently discovered that you can actually take the mood portraits poses. Do you know how, like, when you're in game and your sim is like sad or something, there'd be a little icon of them at the bottom of the screen that just says sad and then they look sad? I found out you can extract those poses and pose your sims in Blender to be in that position, so you can render your sims in the exact mood pose, which I thought was really cool. And I did one of like Belagroth and all that, and it's so funny to look at. Anyway, I think we're almost done inside, I think. So we'll be moving outside very shortly. I think that's exactly what I said a few minutes ago, but we're still inside. But I want to say that again because this time I think we're almost ready to go outside after we put like 1 or 2 more paintings down. Come on, let's go. I take so long inside, don't I? I just spend so much time just decorating plants. Or decorating plants and paintings. But there is a yoga mat inside as well. So I guess like if you live in this house, you have so much stuff to do. Like, there's a huge, well, not a huge room, but there's a room with lots of skill building items. Then there's a yoga mat inside. There's a meditation mat outside. Well, actually, I moved the meditation mat outside. I mean the yoga mat. And here's the outdoor dining room that I was copying the table over. And I also bring over the cluttered barbecue bench as well. I don't think this is cheating because I built this, so that's fine. But there's the cluttered table. And we will look back at the dining table very shortly because I do believe I changed some stuff on it as well. But it essentially stays the same because I did this so I could save time, because this build was almost becoming like 3 hours, I believe, so that was a bit crazy. Anyway, I was gonna put like some kind of shelter above the dining table, but that would be a bit strange, I guess, because like it's a bit weird to have a built-in shelter area just for the dining table. Like, this was looking okay, but I decided in the end I didn't want to do it, so I used a simple umbrella sculpture, or umbrella outdoor sculpture. I think it's from, this one is from Seasons. I know there's 2 in the game, but I don't remember which one is from which pack. But either way, I used one of those umbrellas and it turned out pretty cool. And I made 2 relaxation chairs. I think in my modern builds I literally always do this because it's really cool, and like, I'm a bit sad that there isn't any actual relaxation chairs, but your sim can nap on it, your sim can sit on it, so I think it's a good compromise. But anyway, I think we're almost done, so I'll leave you guys off here. I did say I was going to skip the building area, but I'll just let it play through, but I won't voice over it, and I'll just leave you guys off here. If you'd like, you can just skip off to the screenshots because there will be screenshots at the end of this, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, if you'd like to find this build on the gallery, it will be called Simple Modern. And if you have any suggestions for future builds, feel free to let me know in the comments below, or on Twitter, or even on Tumblr if you want, because I'll probably post this on Tumblr as well. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!